Hey guys, it's Tempe and I'm joined yet again for the 5th time in a row, which is lovely work with Elthizar. Hi guy.
Hello.
Hi Elthizar.
How you
Guy.
doing?
Seriously, my brain today is not functioning properly, Elthizar, so I do apologize for that. We are following your friend if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we are following Raikou, who's playing the Arclight Varus on the red team, which,
Oh.
along with him, comprises of Jarvan the Fourth, High Noon Twisted Fate, Cho'Gath, and Thresh.
On the blue team we'll have Vayne, Jace, Festive Maokai, Nidalee, and Janna. Skin Wars goes to the red team.
Yeah,
High Noon TF and
yeah.
Varus just wins this one.
No yodels in this game. You can't have the yodel ratio. Just trying to have a look at the lane matchups. From what I would say, well, Jace and Nidalee are kind of interchangeable, top and mid. So it's going to be Twisted Face versus Jace or Nidalee, and Cho'Gath versus Jace or Nidalee.
Yeah.
To be honest, all of those lanes are actually quite balanced. Maybe Jace would have it up on TF a bit because his range poke is ridiculously high.
And if he can jump into Twisted Fate after a huge amount of pokage, he can easily just knock him back into his own turret, blue side turret, and finish him off.
Indeed. The bot lane combinations, Jane. Look, you can go with that. It's Vayne and Janna. There you go, Jane. No.
Indeed, that's a new thing. We're making it a thing. It's a Jane.
Vayne and Janna against Varus and Thresh.
Ooh.
Now, Varus and Thresh is something very painful. I mean, especially post level 6, because if Thresh lands a good hook and Varus decides to go in with the Chain of Corruption, it's likely that Vayne is going to die, or she'll have to expend Final Hour or Flash to escape, because...
The scariest combo with Thresh is Thresh Caitlyn. Because
Yes.
he can hook, she can Yordle Snap Trap, you're dead. Varus Thresh is the second scariest combo, just because it's Varus and Thresh, because of that huge poke. Must note that the blue team does have a better disengage because of Janna and Jace,
Yes.
but also they have a slightly better poke because of Nidalee and Jace, and Janna and her Q. We'll see.
In terms of hard engage, Cho'Gath and Jarvan form a nice kind of engage combo. If Cho'Gath can land a good rupture onto maybe 2 or 3 members of the blue team, then Jarvan can follow right up with Cataclysm, and that's going to be a lot of people stuck or forced to flash out of there.
Yeah. Just sorting everything out. The teams have not started moving yet. Nidalee and Maokai just started.
And Varus accidentally burning barrier at the start of the game.
Whoa, that is bad. What's the cooldown on that thing?
It's
100
fairly substantial.
210 seconds. Oh.
Oh dear.
Could be seeing a first blood because of that on bottom.
Well, I've played with Raikou quite a few times, and he's fairly good. I currently am, I think, Silver 3, so far better than me.
I'm in promotion for Silver 1. Lost one match because of trolls.
Oh.
Because I didn't have a proper support. I had an AP. Ooh, that Nidalee could be in trouble.
I'm fairly certain that the red guys aren't aware.
Nice chuck. Well, they are now. Because Nidalee chuck a spear on Varus and hit him.
A lot of poke going on to Twisted Fate, and the Thresh hook misses. Ward goes down. I think they're probably just going to back off away from that.
TF recalling.
Thresh seems a little bit on the side of
Invade.
enthusiastic. Jarvan's coming across. Yes, it looks like they are going to go for a red buff steal. Nidalee walks into the brush. Thresh misses again. Yeah. Still taking a fair amount of damage.
Flash popped by Trash?
Yep.
Huh. Not sure if it was worth it.
It really wasn't. Thresh burning wards left and right, but...
Nice piercing arrow from Varus, catching Nidalee, giving a bit more damage to her.
I feel like Nidalee's not going to be able to stay in lane for very long. Twisted Fate's
No,
got...
if he can get close to her with that stun card.
Yeah,
could be a
level
dead
2 or
kitten.
3 and she'll take a lot of damage.
Flash
Both
on.
flashes burned. Nidalee is really going to need to back out because if Jarvan can land the very feared EQ combo, she will die at this stage.
Yeah.
No flash. She is, however, actually level 2 before TF, but I'm not sure if that's going to matter too much.
Pink ward in that bottom tribush, dropped by Trash to clear out the enemy ward. Cho'Gath is actually taking quite a bit of damage on top. He healed now with his potion, but he was around 50% health.
Yes. Jace is just the simple fact of Jace being ranged means that he can outtrade most people.
Nice rapture catching Jace. And back to farming. Cho'Gath is really pushing the lane, trying to deny Jace a bit of minions and gold.
The thing with playing Cho'Gath is that Vorpal Spikes is pretty much a surefire way of pushing your lane out. As a Cho'Gath, I think the thing that slightly of worry to me is that Cho'Gath doesn't have a ward, so if Maokai does decide to come up, he may well be in a lot of trouble. But if he can land, say, a good Rupture or a good Feral Scream, then that's going to be able to shut down the ability to chase and just allow him to walk away, as he does have the boots of speed. Speaking of which, Maokai is heading up to top. You just saw the ping go out. Cho'Gath manages to scout it though.
Jarvan coming towards the middle, near Nidalee. He's sitting in that bush. He'll go in, uses his...
There goes the knock-up
lance.
combo. Nida's taking a lot of damage.
She's
Ignite goes
ignited.
down. First Blood, Twisted Fate. Red card picking that up. Maokai powerless to help there. As I said, I feel like that Nidalee should have gone back and grabbed some wards there because, at that first point, because she had no clue where Jarvan was. In he comes, EQ, dead Nidalee, first blood, GG.
We could be seeing a 2v2 on top as Maokai jumps in on Cho'Gath. Jace hammers him away, but here comes Jarvan jumping in,
Very nice usage of EQ again.
forcing
Don't
Jace
think-
to flash.
Do not think Cho should be staying there. A
No.
lot of damage being taken though, and they're going to walk away. No kills on either side.
But
All
flash
four of them
is
taken very
burned.
low though. Yes.
If
All four parties involved gotten quite low. Cho'Gath, of course, going to actually be the one that comes out on top of this because of the fact that the Carnivore passive.
with that Rapture head.
Oh, and Jace gets caught out. Cho'Gath picks up the kill.
That's good for Cho'Gath. But
The fact was that Jace fired a shock blast into the brush. It actually missed Jarvan. Jarvan was standing right at the far left-hand corner of the brush, so Jace kind of felt a bit safer that I'd missed. It was like, oh, Jarvan's probably left, and he actually kind of overextended a little bit. Jarvan just comes straight out of the brush, and free kill for Cho'Gath.
Vayne and Janna recalled to get some items. Vayne is losing quite a bit of CS to Varus this time around, and they are being definitely bullied. Even though Janna's Howling Gales are spot on. Ooh, that Chuck really caught TF in the middle.
Yes.
Nidalee will start to deal quite a significant amount of damage, especially the way her spear works.
The additional damage at long range
Yes.
will indeed become very painful. Of course, the main way that kind of advantage Twisted Fate has is he can just sit back, stand behind minions, and farm from there. He's not going to take much damage from that.
Cho'Gath in trouble.
Stop.
He's still a chibi Cho'Gath. His Rapture did catch Jace, but one... Ooh, nice miss.
Dodges the shock blast.
Could be
Jace
some-
tries to dive, but it's actually going to dive to the tower.
Dead? Jace. That was stupid. It's like watching my friends in-game.
That's like watching myself in game. Another Nidalee Spear hits Twisted Fate. They are starting to hurt a lot. TF does have a few health potions though, so he should be okay.
Bottom dead even lane, with Varus actually having a slight advantage with an item in the form of boots, so it's movement speed nice. Nice lantern from
Ooh, hook
Jan.
lands onto Janna. Janna's going to take a lot of damage.
knockback catching
Right.
Varus. Varus picks up the
Varus
kill.
did actually get stunned into the wall there by Vayne,
Yep.
but
He did
still a lot of
flash
damage
away.
going down.
That's why it looked so strange.
Is that going to be another kill? Not sure if
Could be.
Pirasaurio's off cooldown yet. There it goes, and there's the kill again. That's what I was saying about that really scary lane combo. Thresh lands a hook, and you're going to suffer a lot of damage from Piercing Arrow and Hail of Arrows, and especially if Varus can get off a couple of basic attacks here and there as well, stacking Blight.
Mm.
Right, have a look around the lanes. Jace is 0-2 due to the Jarvan gank and the somewhat of overconfidence.
Mm.
Cho'Gath is now 6, and he's also more than double Jace's CS, so that's going to get very nasty very quickly for Jace if he doesn't start playing a bit more carefully. In the jungle, Maokai is up a couple of CS on to Jarvan, but Jarvan does have 2 assists.
Chogi attacking
which-
Maokai.
Cho'Gath, yep, dancing around with Maokai. Nidalee was there, but I don't know if she wants to really bother doing anything. Cho being very persistent though. Who knows, if Nidalee keeps tanking blue buff like that, he might actually be able to get killed with a rupture of the wall.
Yes, TF has his ultimate up, so they can easily have planned something. Got both kills. and
Cho in the
open-
brush,
Yeah. He sees Nidalee.
a lot of damage going down. Good use of pounds there in the cat form.
TF using his ultimate will
Twisted Fate going to force
stun.
Nidalee to flash over the wall. Flashes himself. Pounces over another one. Passes over another
Misses her
rupture from
spear.
Cho'Gath.
Yeah. Nice movement from her.
Yes.
Very, very
That's
nice
the
movement from her.
the real saving grace of a Nidalee against a hard CC team. If it's a skill shot based CC team, then she can pounce off or away from a lot of the skill shot stuff. For example, like Cocoon from Elise, Cho'Gath's Rupture, another perfect example. But Elise,
get pressure
Nidalee
from
is very
behind.
good at kind of jumping away from that.
Mm.
Thresh taking a lot of damage, but I'm not sure if he wants to be confident to that
Nice
degree.
rapture, flashes into her, picks up the kill.
Uh,
Cho'Gath.
Still looking bot lane. Thresh taken very low, but Varus able to pick up Vayne.
One more Q and double kill.
Piercing Arrow being maxed out first by Varus. It's very common after Hail of Arrows got quite a serious nerf a couple of patches back. And Piercing Arrow, if you're the only target to be hit, you're pretty much dead to rights, really.
Well, even if it's 2 targets, it still deals a lot of damage. First turret goes down in the middle as TF picks it up.
Yep.
10 minutes into the game, 0-8 in favor of the red team with 6,000 gold difference. And it could be 2-0 in turrets as well, as the bottom lane is being really, really harassed.
That Cho goes down as well. Cho taking a fair bit of poke from Jace, but nothing that is carving or wow.
Nidalee coming from
Or passive.
from behind in the bottom, teleporting on the ward. She will pounce in.
Good use of Flay there.
She could go for trash, or actually even Vayne pick up the kill. Nidalee picks up the kill. Vayne
Thresh is
attacking
going to go
Vayne
down.
again. Vayne could go down to Varus's. That's
Varus
only-
feeling a little bit too confident, but Barrier is more than enough to keep himself safe.
He even used Blige Water Cutlass to slow her down.
Ooh. Cho'Gath goes down to the gated shock blast, attempting to dive.
Thankfully it was 1-for-1 with Jaron picking up a kill and Cho'Gath an assist. So even though he did lost his bounty, it's still, I guess it was worth it.
The thing I'd say is, if you're winning your lane and you go 1-for-1 in a tower dive or in any situation, you're actually losing that engage because you're losing a portion of that advantage you've built up.
True.
Cho'Gath was up in CS, had 2 kills on Jace already, and then proceeded to die. So that's actually pretty much allowing Jace to bring himself back to some degree. It's not going to bring on a full-on comeback. And speaking of comebacks, bottom lane dealing quite a bit of damage onto Thresh, ult used by Janna. Chain of Corruption lands on Janna, but Vayne's going to just walk away.
Continue to chase.
Oh, that
Nice
use of
lantern.
Lantern. That was a very smart Lantern usage, but Nidalee comes in onto bottom lane. Varus is going to kill Nidalee, and kill Janna. I actually think Nidalee could have stayed there, actually.
She could have picked up a kill on Varus and probably died to trash.
I'm not so sure, but actually, she was on a pretty high portion of health with Nidalee,
Is
and Thresh, not the highest damage champion in the game. Speaking of high damage, that's quite a bit of damage going down onto Twisted Fate.
the
He's just
spear
going to
mist.
wander away though as Maokai tries to get into range. Cho'Gath once again roaming.
That's giving the Jace the most advantage in the lane at the moment because he's left to free farm.
Yes.
And the red team is on the dragon because if he can get that CS up, he can get easily to brutalizer, he can continue building everything else that he needs to get to the point where we know he's that poke monster of our nightmares.
Dragon goes down for the red team. Cho'Gath chasing around, dealing quite a lot of damage to Maokai. Another rupture lands. Will he get the kill? No, the heal from Nidalee is enough to keep Maokai on his feet.
They could be going bottom or just pushing mid.
I feel like they're going to push mid lane at this point. TF taking a couple of tower hits, but nothing too serious. Jarvan looks more than ready to try and dive that Nidalee. The problem with Jarvan trying to dive at Nidalee is that Cataclysm not really of much use, as Pounce can just send her flying right over it.
No, same goes for Vayne. If she didn't just tumble beforehand, if Jarvan lands with Cataclysm on top of her, she can just tumble out.
Still very heavy damage going down to that turret. Jace takes
picking
actually the top turret.
Yep.
It's a lot of damage onto Jace, not to Jarvan. Not
This
sure if he'll
advanced
survive.
drops on them. You see quite a bit of
Oh, that's a lot of hurt. Varus
arsenal.
is shut down. Jarvan does kill Nidalee though with the Cataclysm. Was
That
that was a 2-for-1 trade actually. Varus
Yes.
goes down for the shutdown, but Maokai and Nidalee do not survive the engagement.
TF survives barely, and Cho'Gath is still poking.
Good lantern there, allowing Cho'Gath to escape a large amount of poke damage. Right, 14 minutes in, and the gold lead is approximately 5,500.
Yep.
Blue team up 1 tower, no, red team up 1 tower, and up 9 kills. Just looking at the golds, Cho'Gath is up still in quite a large order to Jace, approximately 1,000, yes. In the jungles, Jarvan is very much up onto Maokai. 1,000, 1,500 I would say.
Yeah, almost 2,000. Close to 2,000.
Mid lanes is a 1,500 gold advantage for Twisted Fate. You can see a bit of a pattern growing here. There's just a big advantage in terms of the red team. AD carries. Although Vayne is up in CS, there is almost a 2,000 gold lead in favour of Varus. And Thresh has over 1,000 gold up on Janna as well due to his 7 assists.
Slowly the laning phase is melting away, actually just melted. And we will be seeing more team fights, especially around the second dragon. I don't think that the blue team will let it slide and be uncontested. Nice hook coming from Thresh, catching Maokai. He plays him back slightly.
Oh.
He jumps on.
Maokai goes on to Varus. Varus taking a fair bit of damage. Chain of Corruption goes down, spreading around. Vayne gets caught by that. It's still 4v.
Jay's
still
still
four.
chasing. He could pick up a kill on Jarvan, but doesn't. They go for TF instead.
Ooh. That shock blast could have dealt a hell of a lot of damage to the Varus. Might even have killed him.
Could have been a double kill. Last outer turret for the blue team drops as Cho'Gath is pushing that lane. Vayne in trouble, could go down. One piercing arrow should do it, or hail of arrows. They will turn towards Jace, who flashes right into Varus, letting him pick up a double kill. And he continues. Next item will probably be Last Whisper. Unless he gets...
Yes. What I'd love to know is how many stacks Cho'Gath is currently on, because it's something
He
sticking
is
out
on
to
2. He's
shirt.
still a chibi-chogi. He's on 2 stacks.
Ah,
Chibi-chogi. No, Chibi-chogi! Don't die! He did get exhausted. Needle is in trouble as Jarvan and Thresh will come around, pick up the kill. Nice flash from Cho'Gath, saving himself from that sapling and Howling Gale. He can tank quite a bit with that Rod of Ages. With only that. He's sitting on 2,300 gold. I'm actually surprised. I'm really excited to see what he's going to buy next.
There are two ways you can. The two ways that kind of optimally build Cho'Gath. You can build him as kind of the AP damage dealer, which
Jarvan
works
in
quite
trouble,
nice.
four-man gank on him. He uses lands to get over the wall. Thankfully there is Thresh with his lantern. TF lands a stun, and they are continuing to run away as Jace and the rest of his team are chasing after. TF's ultimate will show them where they are, and this could be a turnaround for the red team. They could easily turn it on. Shock Blast misses.
Twisted Fate uses the gate from Destiny to just jump out.
Yeah, he was...
Not particularly willing to fight at this point.
Yeah, he was slightly split from his team at one point, right when he used his ultimate, so it's actually a good thing that he used it fully to get closer to the turrets.
Yes, he was off to one side. He was trying to do some poke damage to the blue team, but since his teammates weren't going in, the simple fact was there was no point in going in himself.
If I'm not mistaken, and if my inner clock is right, Dragon should be up soon. Ooh, Shock Blast clips TF.
I believe Dragon should be up within the next 2 minutes, yes. Ward goes down in the lower river brush from middle lane, shows Jarvan.
Middle is hurting. Nice red card. Catching TF. Jarvan jumps in.
Jarvan goes in, but gets counter-initiated on by Maokai, taking a lot of damage though, Maokai. There's Cho'Gath. And nom nom nom, down goes Jace.
No, Chibi-Chogi is growing. I will have to, at some point, I will have to stop calling him a Chibi-Chogi.
Yes, I feel like 3 stacks onwards, and he just becomes giant stompy Cho'Gath. Chibi-Chogi is like early game.
Yes, but it's Chibi-Chogi. It's a Chibi. Var is slightly in trouble. He's turning it around, chasing forward. Nidalee, while Thresh and TF are picking up kills on Janna and Vayne, with Varus dying to Nidalee but taking her with him. So, 3 for 1. Not a bad exchange.
Again, it's Varus dying, but it's both the carries, both the main carries of the blue team and support as well, which is, I suppose, just like extra gold. Pennies on the dollar, so to speak.
Yes.
I think Cho'Gath was trying to grab the lantern, having a little bit of trouble. But that was an incredibly humorous sight. Cho'Gath as he's being hooked along the lantern.
Yes, it was. Second dragon goes to the red team, uncontested, while Thresh and Cho'Gath did everything in their unnatural powers to keep the blue team at bay. They could actually form a fight here, but Varus is on top farming.
Blue team did have vision on that, so any kind of engage could have been very much countered. Red team quite smartly just moving away.
Ooh, that would have been very embarrassing, TF dying to the blue buff.
Yes. Oh, Nidalee comes in. Are they going to engage on her? Yes, they are. I'm not sure if this is the smartest move.
Not for TF,
And something onto Twisted Fate. And something onto Twisted Fate.
Touchdown!
Touchdown sapling.
Touchdown sapling. It was really obvious that it would be a touchdown sapling. Nice Howling Gale.
Impromptu casting. Learn the lessons of Rivington.
Indeed.
Jay's going to push this middle tower. He is without support, so I'm not sure if he'll be able to take it out. But there is a very large minion wave.
So far, nobody is stopping him. Bottom lane from the blue team are going for that second outer turret, and Maokai just now is going for the first inner turret where Varus is on top. Middle turret dropped because Jace did it in, and Varus could pick up that turret. So Vance catches him.
Ooh, a lot of damage down to Maokai. Takes a tower hit for his trouble, but I don't think that's going to be a real issue. Varus is going to take that inner turret, but Jace is coming in onto him. Not sure if he's going to be able to survive this.
Nice dodge.
Dodges the shock blast, but he's trying to run down a lane. I
Which is
feel like
smarter
that.
because he would walk right into the pose of Nidalee where she is here and he will go down. With his third death.
Very good use of the Chain of Corruption, but didn't juke the spear. What I actually want to go back and say, not necessarily go back properly, but Jace could very easily have picked up a kill on Varus. The fact was that when he activated Hypercharge, he used all 3 charges of it just standing still. Had he made small movements, he would have been able to keep up with Varus a lot more. Just gone straight into Hammer and deal, bring down the Hammer to be better.
Hammer him down.
Yes.
Let's just leave it at that. Meanwhile, while that all was happening on the top lane, TF and Trash picked up Trash gave a double kill to TF in the form of an AD carry and support on bottom, and they picked up their last inner turret of the blue team in the bottom lane.
Nidalee came around.
Trash.
Nidalee came around behind that, but it's been turned around very much. Another kill for Twisted Fate picked up. Twisted Fate currently 8-2. Despite a couple of nerfs here and there, he's still one of the strongest mid laners in the game. Especially if this is like solo queue. It's one of those sort of things that if you're not in a team setting, he can often catch you out a lot.
Jay shutting down TF thanks to that turret, but the rest of the red team will just go and continue to hammering away at it. Varus farming on top. Jace picked up the kill, and it was, I think, 400 gold. Not sure if it was 500 that he got. If you can confirm or deny it, that would be lovely.
You shut down a 432 gold, so not a full 500, but a nice juicy 432 for his trouble.
Yeah, for Jace that is definitely good, especially since TF had the double buff, which Jace picked up now. So increased slow. Varus again split pushing that top lane with Nidalee just being there on the blue buff, so she could easily turn around towards him and spear him to death.
Varus catches Nidalee out actually. Devil's Embrace has been used, but the Chain of Corruption lands, and that's a very dead Nidalee.
Somehow I think Varus doesn't like cats, kitties.
Well, I can relate since I have a dog. So, cats are evil. We know this. This is common knowledge.
That's why Rengar is being nerfed so much. That explains everything.
Yeah, cats are evil. That's why Rengar's getting nerfed a lot more than Nidalee. Nidalee's only half cat.
Ah.
Rengar...
that explains why they only nerfed her cat side a few months ago.
Right does not like cats.
It would seem so. That's why they also buffed Nasus. And surrender vote with red team victory. 25 minutes into the game.
Yes, going through the scores there. 2 turrets for 6 in favour of the red team. A ridiculously large gold advantage, 45,000 to 28 and a half. So that's 17,500 gold, I think.
Yep, something like that. I'm terrible at math, so I'll trust your somewhat of an expert word on it.
28 kills for 6. That was very
Yes.
painful. You can just see
That was the breaking
carries.
point.
Yes, both carries on that red team, very fed indeed. 8 for 3, Twisted Fate, 198 CS. Then 9 for 3 on the Varus, 179. Over 10,000 gold on both of them, where none of the blue team came anywhere close. That was a very, very painful combination by the time.